It's Tom. It's homecomings at Virginia this weekend, and the Cavaliers looking to rebound from a loss at Duke last Saturday and stay in the Coastal race. Marquise Williams led North Carolina to a big win over Georgia Tech last week, and the Tar Heels know that a win today keeps them in contention to become division champions. Here comes Cavalier, riding atop Sabre. Homecomings in Charlottesville. Oh, what a perfect day for football. And the game has some meaning. Virginia playing host to the Tar Heels of North Carolina. And the Coastal Division is still wide open. The Cavaliers 2-1 in the division play. North Carolina just 1-2, but coming off a win, gaining momentum. The light's gone on, and the Tar Heels are starting to threaten. They are a threat to be reckoned with. Hello again, everybody. I'm Tim Brand along with Riley Skinner, the Wake Forest quarterback. Glad to have you along. This should be interesting. I know you're excited when you watch what Marquise Williams has been doing with the Tar Heels.
Tim, I have not seen Marquise Williams play with this much confidence as in his entire career. He is a leader in every sense of the word, on the field, off the field. He has been throwing the ball with a lot of accuracy, mid 60% completion, but over the last 2 games, my goodness, almost 900 yards of total offense and 8 touchdowns. He has been extraordinary in big games. And Tim, the guy he loves to throw to, number 3, Ryan Switzer. Last week against an undefeated Georgia Tech team, 9 catches, 136 yards, and 2 touchdowns. I talked to him before the game. He says, I know I'm a punt returner, but what I want to improve on is my role as a receiver, and he's certainly doing that.
Yeah, but I guarantee you they're going to watch him every time one of those punts is kicked in his direction. Hey, the other side of the line of scrimmage, the Cavaliers of Virginia. Very, very aggressive defensively.
Absolutely. Well, under a John Snitted defense, as you know, they're going to blitz you and they're going to hit you, and that's exactly what they've been doing this year. They're the number 2 rushing defense in the ACC. Tim, they've got 19 takeaways, and off those takeaways, they've scored 72 points off those turnovers. They're a ball-hawking defense. They bring a lot of blitzes that confuse quarterbacks, but the 3 guys that have caused so much havoc for other teams, Max Vallis, a linebacker, Henry Coley, and Eli Harold. Look at the sacks, 5, 6, and 5.5. Tim, they're the only team in the country that has 3 players ranked in the top 45 nationally in sacks. It's a good defense.
When you play the Wahoos, you better have your head on a swivel. Cavaliers offensively are changing quarterbacks today. With more on that, let's go down on the field. Here's Rachel Barbeau.
Thanks, Tim. As I said in the pregame blitz, I talked to offensive coordinator Steve Fairchild last week, and he said, we want to get Grayson Lambert in the game. That's our intent. But Matt Johns threw for over 300 yards in that loss to Duke. But today, both the coaches, Steve Fairchild and the head coach, Mike London, said, you do not lose your job due to an injury here at Virginia. And that means Grayson Lambert is going to get the start for the first time since spraining his ankle against the BYU.
Well, Tim, we saw him throwing on the field today. Standing next to Matt Johns, Grayson Lambert has an exceptional arm. I talked to him on the field. He said, hey, my ankle is feeling better than it could be. He's got a big old brace on it, but he says he's confident and ready to go today.
UNC has won 4 straight in this series. It started way back in 1892. Dylan Sims to kick off. Thorpe and Morris are deep for Carolina. This is Thorpe, 5 yards deep. He downs it, and it'll come out to the 25. Here are the starting lineups brought to you by Food Lion. Riley.
John Ferranto, a great left tackle up on front, really helping Marquise Williams stay healthy. Ryan Switzer, we already talked about him before the game, but TJ Logan. This guy almost has 100 yards all-purpose average per game. He's a huge part of the offense. Look for him to get the ball from both the backfield and catching the football.
TJ Logan and Romar Morris both come out to start this game with Marquise Williams in the backfield. This is an up-tempo offense. They will really take the win from you early. That ball's incomplete. It was intended for Hollins. And it'll bring up 2nd down and 10. Defensively, the Food Lion starting lineups.
Well, Tim, we talked about the 3 sack leaders, but up front, the defensive tackles, Mike Moore, Dante Wilkins, have been very effective. But it's the guy in the safety position, Anthony Harris. He's the leader of this defense.
Williams is drilled in the backfield. A loss of 5. Romero got there first and drilled him.
Daquan Romero reads this quarterback draw very well, untouched off the edge. That's a form tackle. Great play by the senior.
Keep in mind, Carolina smoked Virginia last year, 45-14. Davis and Switzer come to the bottom of the screen. 3rd and 14. Williams steps up into the pocket, throws underneath. He's not going to get back to the original line of scrimmage. Romar Morris picks up 1. And again, Romero is there to make the tackle.
Excellent job by John Tenuta defense, keeping everything in front of them. Don't let the receivers get behind that first down marker. Good form tackle. Get them in the punt position.
Romero and Hosky, outstanding job. So Tommy Hibbert will punt this away. And Khalid Shepard is standing at the 30. This is a short tail wagger. He'll fair catch it at about the 34. So good hang time. A punt of 44 yards, no return. And the Cavaliers are ready to take over. So let's look at the Food Lion starting lineups for the Wahoos.
You got Darius Jennings, one of the top leading receivers in Cavalier history. Sadiq at the left tackle, but Kevin Parks. He is the do-it-all running back. He's a leader of this team, both on and off the field. 28 career touchdowns, really moving up on the UVA history list.
There's a look at Grayson Lambert. He's been out the last several weeks with a high ankle sprain, 6'5", 235. Jennings and Severin go to the top of the screen. Here's the give straight ahead. Parks, big hole. He'll be right at the first down markers, just short. 9.5 yards. Let's look at him defensively, Riley.
Well, Ethan Farmer up front. Look, this defense has struggled during this course of this season, but Brian Walker, their cornerback, already has 3 interceptions, 1 for a touchdown. Really stepped up as a playmaker for UNC.
Second down and less than 1. This is Parks again. He's got the first down, still on his feet into North Carolina territory. Picks up 9. Kevin Parks only 5'7.5", hide and seek runner. Hides behind those big guys.
And that's his asset. He keeps that pad level low and stays behind the big 6'4", 6'5" lineman. That's where you can be so effective as a running back, is patience and stay behind your offensive lineman.
Hides behind those big linemen, seeks the hole, explodes, lets his eyes move his feet. First down and 10, Wahoos. Play action, backside pressure. Lambert steps up, runs it, uses that big body to go inside the 30. Nazaire Jones will get credit for that tackle after a gain of 6.
Very smart, good coverage downfield by North Carolina. This is why they like Grayson Lambert, Tim. He's not going to get you into a bad play. Tucks it, makes the most out of nothing, and actually picks up 5 or 6 on the play. Smart decision by number 11.
You can count on Virginia to score 20 or more points almost every game. Looking for a score here early. Mizell tiptoes his way across the marker. It'll be another first down or close to it, but he picked up 5.
I like what offensive coordinator Steve Fairchild is doing right now, mixing up play action, run out of the gun, sprint out boot. He's really making sure that North Carolina defense can't tee off from the defensive standpoint and come at him.
I think he's going to try to make him load up the box so he can start eventually throwing to guys like Jennings and Gooch and Severin. First down and 10, Cavaliers. Set up the screen, backside, well defended by Carolina. Kevin Parks never had a chance. Jeff Schottmeyer, the former walk-on, got there to make the tackle for a loss of 6.
Is Jeff Schottmeyer fun to watch or what? Great read by Schottmeyer here. He looks in the eyes of Lambert and gets to the, Virginia is a very good screen team, Tim. We know that. You know they've been game planning all week on this screen. Beautiful job by Schottmeyer to read that early on.
Schottmeyer knows he's best in space, and do not let him get going. Got to him in a hurry. Jennings and Severin go to the top of your screen. Grayson Lambert throws, has it complete, 15-yard line. This is Severin inside the 5, touchdown Virginia. Kane and Severin The Cavaliers are on the board, 31 yards.
A methodical drive by Virginia. You see it clear out, and then Severin coming right underneath with the 20-yard dig, and then look at just the determination to get 6. Get in the end zone. Lambert happy to be back. Welcome back after 3 weeks of injury. What a way to start off.
And on the other side of the field, 3 missed tackles by the Tar Heel defense. So Ian Fry comes on to attempt the extra point. Good snap, good hold. He splits the sticks. Homecomings at UVA. A weekend of celebration. A 3-and-out defensively, and then a touchdown to spot them 7. Here at Virginia, they call this weekend Homecomings to celebrate all the homecoming events at all the sports and all the groups and committees here at UVA. A big weekend of celebration, and they're off to a great start, scoring quickly with the touchdown pass to Severin for 31 yards and a 7-0 lead. 9 plays, 66 yards, 4.5 minutes.
Tim, what I liked about that drive was just the different plays that they showed and the different fronts and formations. Grayson Lambert looks very comfortable back there after being out for 3 weeks. And once again, UNC struggling to bring people down with their tackling.
Sims kickoff. Again, it's deep. And Thorpe watches it go through the end zone. Our Carolina 4 keys to the game are?
Well, if you look at North Carolina, what they've got to do is contain Kevin Parks. He's such an asset in the running game, and pressure Lambert. He's back from 3 weeks off. Try to get to him with blitz and fronts and rattle him early on to get him out of rhythm. And Virginia, it's clock control. Just what they showed. Keep North Carolina's offense off the field by long sustained drive and win the turnover battle. They're 26-6 when they can win their turnover battle.
No turnovers in this ball game yet, but the defense did have a 3-and-out. We'll see if the Tar Heels can come to life. Here's the give to Morris. Romo Morris picks up a very tough 2 yards. Let's go downstairs to Rachel.
Yeah, guys, I was behind the Virginia bench, and I heard the energetic Mike London. He told his team, he said, don't celebrate as much. Let the transition occur. But then he went down to his wide receivers and got in front of Kanan Severin in particular and said, no one could touch you.
Williams has trouble with the football, recovered by Carolina, but they'll lose 4 yards on the play. Williams and Switzer had trouble with the exchange.
Taking his eyes off too early, trying to read the defensive end in that zone read. First things first, number 12, catch the football.
Williams jumped back down on it. They get it back, but it's 3rd down and a taxi ride. Tar Heels need 15. Backside pressure. Williams gets out of it. Now throws incomplete. Intended for Thorpe. But Vallis had a lot of pressure on him.
Talked about at the beginning of the game. Mr. Max Vallis, he's the one that provides the pressure. Running left, trying to turn your shoulders and throw a 20-yard drag route is just tough. Fantastic job by the UVA front 4 again, providing pressure.
Once Vallis went down, Romero then chased him. Tommy Hibbert to punt it away, standing at his 33-yard line. Khalid Shepard is standing at the 10 to receive it. Well, this is a good punt. He'll fair catch it right at the 9. So a 43-yard punt backs Virginia up, and that's where they'll have their 2nd possession of the game. Well, there's a look at Kevin Parks. What a great start he's had today. Came into the game needing 24 yards to be the 6th all-time to reach 6,000 yards or 3,000 yards, and there he is, right on the number. What a great way to start homecomings at Virginia. And he adds to that, out to the 20. Take a look at the last drive, Riley.
We got a little bit of taste of everything in Virginia. Little Kevin Parks running behind the young offensive line. Grayson Lambert, like we talked about, deceptive with his legs. And then Kane and Severn on the 20-yard dig route. And look at the determination to get through 4 missed tackles from North Carolina. It's a beautiful drive, exactly how offensive coordinator Steve Fairchild talked about wanting to start this game.
Boy, Parks is special, isn't he? You know, you think about the all-time running backs at Virginia, and you think of guys like Thomas Jones with 1,000 yards, Tiki Barber and Terry Kirby, and Kevin Parks continues to grow. Here's the give to Parks. Parks has another first down for the Cavaliers as they continue to gash North Carolina. That's a pickup of 11 before Brian Walker can get to him.
Talking about the UVA's offense, their young offensive line is what it is. There's no seniors. They've only allowed 5 sacks on the year. And we've been watching this downhill running game by Kevin Parks. He's so good at lowering his pads, winning the leverage battle. Sees 71 rushing yards per game. I got a feeling he may pass that since he's already got 45 today. We're not even halfway through the first quarter.
Talk about only 5 sacks. That puts him 5th in the nation for the least number of sacks. Remember now, they were 2-10 last year, 4-3 this year, 2-1 in the Coastal. Let's go down to Rachel.
You guys have talked about how versatile Kevin Parks is. I talked to him last week, and he said it was a Maryland game at 2012, and he caught a ball that he wasn't even supposed to catch. And he was actually grateful for it because he said it opened the eyes of the coaches that he was versatile and he could be a screen back.
Thank you, Rachel. You know, they were run heavy early in this season. As a matter of fact, on first down, Virginia in the first 3 games ran at almost every first down they had. They would run the football. Now they scouted themselves. They mix it up. Here's a high throw way over the head of the intended receiver, Lebroni. Andre Lebroni couldn't climb the ladder and bring it back.
Good coverage by quarterback Sam Smiley, number 3. Stayed in the hip pocket, never put his hands on his back. That's the one thing, Tim, you get scared of when you guys have such good coverage. It's the last-minute hand slap or contact that you get those unnecessary PI flags. And good job staying away from it that time.
This is a defense that has given up a lot of yards all year. As a matter of fact, Carolina ranks 119th out of 125 schools in total defense. Lambert throws up. He's got it complete. Miles Gooch down to the 30. Pickup of 22. That was a strike. And Grayson Lambert can flat out spin it.
Miles Gooch, what a playmaker he has been this year. He has 18 what they call money plays for first downs or touchdowns. Every time he catches the ball, it seems something fantastic is happening. And at 6'3", 210, the guy can run and also go up and get the ball at its highest point when he's one-on-one with receivers.
I thought as a former quarterback you'd be praising Lambert for that throw. You could have made that catch. First down for the Wahoos. Throw it into the flats. That's not going to get much. Keon Johnson with the catch, but only a gain of 2. All right, Tom, thank you very much. Second down and almost 10. They'll say this is a pass back to Grayson Lambert. Lambert's got the first down inside the 10. Reverse to Miles Gooch. Pass to Lambert. And the first down. It's a gain of 13.
Love the razzle-dazzle early on. Beautiful throw. Miles Gooch, look at the spin it. I didn't see any sort of duck on that throw. Grayson Lambert slips out of the backfield. And this offense is firing on all cylinders.
These are the numbers of the Cavaliers in the red zone. 29 possessions, 15 touchdowns. Not bad.
Not bad. Kind of pedestrian. You wish you see that touchdown number a little higher.
See if they can get one here. Second and goal from the 2. Parks and Wingo Reeves in the backfield. Straight ahead, touchdown, Virginia, Kevin Parks. And the Cavaliers are rolling.
I can't say enough about this young offensive line, the holes that they're creating, and like we talked about, that low pad level determination. I absolutely love watching number 25 run the football. He runs with passion, determination. You never see those feet stop until his body's on the ground.
Parade High School All-American. In high school, he won National Player of the Year. Kevin Parks with a touchdown, and Ian Fry to put the exclamation point on it. Extra point is good. Virginia 14, North Carolina nothing. First quarter, Scott Stadium, Charlottesville, and so far it's been all Parks. This kick, Damian Washington will take it and touch back. Here's Williams, throws the strike on the outside. That's complete to Thorpe. Run out of bounds by Canada after he picked up 7 yards. So it'll bring up a short situation on second down.
Nice read by Marquise Williams. Soft corner, 10-yard out. Take what they give you.
Throws again. The need 3. Well defended in the flats by Canada again. And they were trying to go back to TJ Thorpe.
Let me go back to what I just said. Same thing, tighter coverage.
Third down and 3. They bring the house. They throw it to the flats. They've got the first and more. This is complete on the outside to Prohl. And Austin Prohl carries it for 16 yards and into Virginia territory for the first time this afternoon. Brandon Phelps eventually got in the way of the play, but it's a good situation for the Tar Heels.
It's risk reward by Johnson's defense, bringing the blitz. They don't pick up Prohl out in the flat, and he's got wide open 10 yards to run before he gets touched.
Here's Williams with the keeper, and he's got a lot of yardage in front of him. Williams inside the 20, still running inside the 10. Touchdown, Marquise Williams. Oh, 52 yards for the big quarterback. And the 6'2", 220-pounder from Charlotte can flat out rumble.
This is the zone read. McBalls comes, crashes down, and no help over the top. No one's going to stop number 12 before he hits his head on the goalpost. Great read by Marquise. He's been doing this all year, Tim. It was just a matter of time before he broke out something like this today.
Well, Marquise Williams just ran the Tar Heels right back into this ball game. A homecomings spoiler. Nick Weiler comes on for the extra point. That quiets the party somewhat here at Scott Stadium, and the extra point is good. Scott Stadium filling up, scores 14-7 Virginia, but Williams just had a career long run of 52 yards.
Well, take a look at the safety lined up away from Marquise Williams. You're going to watch Max Ballots crash down with the running back, turn his shoulders. Simple read for Marquise Williams. The linebackers get caught looking in the backfield, and then it's off to the races for number 12. There's a reason that Marquise is the leading rusher on this team with 550 yards coming into today's game, not even counting that run. He is playing at an extremely high level over these last 3 weeks.
This kick will stay in bounds and stay into the end zone for a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25, and that's where the Cavaliers will take over first down. Wouldn't change a thing, would you, Riley? They've moved the ball effectively.
Do exactly what you've been doing. Mix it up with your play calls. Grayson Lambert's in a very comfortable spot right now.
Lambert rolls right, looks deep, and throws incomplete. Carolina was in a zone. He tried to throw it over the linebackers and under the secondary coverage. Let's go down to Rachel.
You know, guys, there's quarterback controversy at a lot of schools, not here. I saw Grayson Lambert come over to the side. He was talking about his reception on that trick play, describing it. He was very excited. Matt Johns comes over, jumps on him. They're congratulating each other. And then even David Watford, a guy who's not going to play, played last year, just really, really tight here at Virginia. And coaches told us the same thing.
Yeah, you could get a sense of the unity on this team sitting down and talking with those guys yesterday. It's a pretty neat thing.
This is Parks. Parks picks up another 4 yards. This is one of those situations, Riley, where the Cavaliers have to be very, very careful. Came out, as you said, they were hitting on all cylinders, ready to move the ball effectively with almost anything they did. They went up 14-0. Now they've taken their shot. They punched the Tar Heels right in the mouth. Now we'll see if they can sustain it.
Absolutely, and we talked about the ball control and what this does for the Carolina offense. They have those quick hitting touchdowns, and as a Virginia offense, you've got to have long sustained drives that could give your defense a little bit of a breather.
Big 3rd down and 6 here. And it's going to be incomplete, and it's a 3-and-out for the Cavaliers, and they'll have to punt. Jeff Schottmer again got in the way of the play, put his hand on the ball and knocked it down.
It looked just like the Notre Dame pick six he did. The great follow. He sees a crosser, changes directions. Grayson Lambert just had his eyes on Darius Jennings. Never saw Schottmer drop back into coverage. They got away with an interception for a touchdown.
Zenelik will punt it away. Ryan Switzer has up the fair catch. He's looking into the sun. You talked to him about that before the game, and he said it was a problem. So he fair catches it after a 42-yard punt. Switzer on first down, goes around the left corner. He picks up a first down, so now it's North Carolina, and the momentum has changed.
Good job on perimeter blocking out here by Jack Tabb, the tight end, providing lanes. That's something that's it's underappreciated in my eyes from a receiver. If you have selfless receivers that'll block downfield, it really helps that perimeter run game.
So first down and 10. Williams steps up in the cradle, throws deep, and it's caught. Touchdown Carolina, Mac Hollins. Oh, what an adjustment by Hollins on the defensive back to make the catch and the touchdown of 57 yards.
This is the guy that brings the excitement, according to Seth Luttrell, offensive coordinator. He says he brings it daily. He's the big playmaker that has stepped up, a former walk-on, and what an absolutely stellar season he has had so far this year, Tim.
His 6th touchdown of the year for the former walk-on. Averages 18 yards a catch. He got 57 on that one. And that was a well-thrown ball by Williams. Weiler's extra point is good. And this game is now tied at 14.
Well, Marquise Williams does a great job of stepping up in the pocket, not escaping and running, but keeping his eyes down the field. He saw the safety over the wide side of the field and knew that he had one-on-one coverage with Mac Hollins, and he will take that any day of the week, a one-on-one jump ball with number 13. Look at the eyes, 2 hands on the football. You love to see that from a quarterback, not panicking, not trying to run. From a guy that can run so well, he does a fantastic job of staying in the pocket when he needs to.
3rd longest series in FBS. Oh, it's fun to be here.
Tim, I'd love to see you play in a leather helmet. That'd be a joy.
Darius Jennings looks for a crease up the right side, has pretty good success. There is a flag down at the 15. Wait to see what the flag has. Good return by Jennings. Again, our referee is Gary Patterson. Here's the call. So holding against Virginia, if you're a lip reader. That's what we were just talking about, Riley. Here's the list of the oldest rivalries, and certainly Virginia, North Carolina, the oldest rivalry in the South. So the Cavaliers come back out. Lambert is still the quarterback. Kevin Parks is your setback. Johnson and Lavroni, the backs and the wide receivers he'll be looking for. Here's the give. Boy, not much there for Parks. He's been finding it pretty easy throughout most of the first quarter, but as we bring this first quarter to a close, the Tar Heels have changed dramatically, offense and defensively. And as the first quarter comes to an end, we've got a good one. Cavaliers scored 14 straight. The Tar Heels came right back to match them. We go into the second 15 minutes deadlocked. Well, celebrating the ACC this time of year. What a great time of year it is. There's old Jack O'Leonard. Halloween right around the corner. Have our first quarter stats brought to you by Bank of America. Second down and 10. Under 9 minutes to play now in the first half. Gooch and Severin to the bottom of your screen. Grayson Lambert throws the screen pass, well defended. Oh my, Khalid Shepard hit hard by Des Lawrence. No gain on the play.
Des Lawrence, number 2. This is a guy that leads the team in tackles with 44 tackles, and you can see right there, loves to stick his nose up in the play and get physical, and sometimes that's rare for those cornerbacks, Tim. You always love when you see a guy on the outside that loves to put his face mask into the chest of his receivers.
3rd down and 10. Lambert over the middle, has it complete. This is Severin, and he's into Carolina territory. 23-yard gain.
Well, you see Kane Severin here. He's running behind in a trail route, and you're going to see him come right underneath the safety. They keep running these dig routes across the middle because those safeties are getting so much depth.
Hurry up for Virginia. The give to Shepard. A gain of 2. A loss of 2. Jeff Schottmer playing one whale of a game at the mic. The middle linebacker, the former walk-on. We've seen him stopping screens, and that play for a little bit of a loss. Trying to get the Tar Heels back on the field. No timeout was taken.
During our meeting yesterday with the UVA coaches, they kept saying, we want to get Kane Severin more involved in our throwing game. And boy, have they already.
2nd down and 12. Lambert steps up, looks deep, has a man. Does he hit him? Yes! Inside the 10 is Darius Jennings. Another big gainer, 42 yards.
Great play fake, and this is a speedster. This is why Darius Jennings is one of the best receivers of all time here at UVA statistically. Great job adjusting to the ball. He could have ran right into the end zone, a little bit underthrown, but makes a fantastic body adjustment and a diving catch. Huge gain and momentum shifter again for the Cavaliers.
Jennings stays in the game. You see his numbers. Des Lawrence comes back in for the Cavaliers. 1st and goal at the 8. This is Parks. He battles his way down inside the 5. Kevin Parks picks up 3. Let's go downstairs to Rachel and check on the very latest from the Tar Heels.
Yeah, Tim, I got the report for you. I'm watching Marquise. He's cool, calm, and collected, talking on the phone upstairs to his coordinators. He doesn't appear to be in any pain, but I did see him in the 1st quarter getting his right ankle retape, so I'll follow that up for you guys.
All right, Rachel, thanks. Nicely done. Meanwhile, here it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Jennings and Gooch go to the top of your screen. Severin now in motion that way. They throw underneath. This is Parks. Looks for some help. Got to break a tackle. Gets inside the 5. Kevin Parks. Touchdown, Virginia. Wow. Like a pinball for 5 yards in the touchdown.
North Carolina could not have played that screen any better. That is just all Kevin Parks. Hidden behind his offensive line. Look at this determination. Spin move and then just lowers his shoulder to get into. That's why he's one of the most special players to come through the University of Virginia, Tim.
Ian Fry tacks on another point. Kevin Parks is special, but the tackling by the Tar Heels left a lot to be desired. We'll be back after a word from your local ACC station. Kevin Parks, the ACC leading returning rusher from a year ago. First Cavalier to get 1,000 yards since Alvin Perriman in 2014. And he's headed in that direction again. Sims kicks off. This is Damian Washington, who puts it on the ground at the goal line and gets tattooed at the 18. Tar Heels just 1 of 5 on third down conversions. Williams with time. Throws to a wide open receiver. That's Tab. Tab's got the first down all the way out to the 37-yard line before Brandon Phelps can knock him out.
This is Eli Harold causing more pressure in the backfield, but a fantastic job keeping his eyes down the field. This is why Marquise Williams is so good. He keeps his eyes downfield, finds a lone receiver. Jack Tab just got lost by the Virginia secondary.
First down. Aaron Smith takes over at center. Williams throws deep. Got a step, got a man. Hollins, touchdown Tar Heels. Mac Hollins with a touchdown catch, but Williams is still on the ground. He threw a strike to number 13 Hollins for 63 yards.
That was a beautiful thrown football by Marquise Williams, but once again the pressure from UVA gets a big hit right on the stomach of Marquise Williams. There it is, Henry Coley, the sack leader for Virginia, just puts his helmet right in his rib cage. Look at Mac Hollins. What a player he has become this year. He put the Jets on. What I like about that, he never extended his arms until the ball was there. That's a cardinal rule as a receiver. Never run with your arms extended until the ball is there. That's exactly what he did. That is clinic tape. And he got it. Marquise got it from both angles. And here you look at Mitch Trubisky, the backup. 26 of 49. He's had some experience getting plays, getting throws, so it's not like he's coming in completely fresh, but it's hard to replace number 12.
Extra point is good. Marquise Williams looks okay. He's on the phone again, talking upstairs. Seth Luttrell will check him out, make sure he's fine before he goes back in the ball game, but appears to be okay. So Weiler kicks off again. We'll see how the Cavaliers respond to this last touchdown. This is Darius Jennings who will down it and bring it back out to the 25 for the touchback. Second down and 10 as we return to play. And that ball's batted down again. Juan Drennan appears to be the man that got his hand on it. And so now the Cavaliers are faced with third down and 10. Got 2 minutes and 10 seconds remaining in the first half. And we're tied at 21. Cavaliers started 2 for 2 in third down conversions, but since they've only gone 1 for 5, Parks comes back into ball game.
Looks like Carolina's going man coverage with 2 high safeties.
Ball is complete to Swanson, and Swanson has enough for the first down. Depending on the mark, this will be close.
Good job by Lambert not to panic. He's got pressure in his face, and he drops the ball off to Swanson, and then it's just effort. It's breaking tackles and getting to that first down marker. Tim Scott wants that back. Again, North Carolina struggles of tackling continue.
So Brian Walker makes the tackle. Grayson Lambert throws into the flat again. Kevin Parks was oh so close to breaking loose.
Yes, he was, but good recognition by Nathan Staub to get out there in the flat. Kevin Parks is not an easy guy to bring down one-on-one in an open field. That could have been a huge gain for Virginia.
Throws underneath again, incomplete, intended for Parks. Staub covering again. Nathan Staub's grandfather, Larry Morris, was the MVP of the 1963 NFL championship game.
It's a good bloodline.
Now his grandson has made 2 big plays in a row.
But I didn't like that play call there, though. You've got 3 receivers that they're running into the boundary, the short side of the field, when you have an entire wide side of the field to work with spacing. I hope Grayson Lambert works his eyes and receivers over to the wide side of the bottom of the screen.
Swanson goes to the left. Motion comes to the right. Third down. They need 6. Throws complete. This is Darius Jennings inside the 30. And here come the Cavaliers.
Both of these quarterbacks are doing a wonderful job throwing with pressure in their face. This time it's Zaire Jones just absolutely pummeling Grayson Lambert. But look at him step into the throw with his faces in the fire. That's what you want to see out of a leader and a really good competitor by Grayson Lambert. And not even considering the fact he threw across the field 20-yard comeback.
Lambert again over the middle. This is thrown low, but it's complete. This is Dowling. Donnie Dowling makes the catch inside the 15-yard line. Pick up a 15 there. Under a minute to play. Khalid Shepard comes into the ballgame for the Cavaliers. Lambert steps up, throws into the corner. Back shoulder pass knocked away. Boy, Levrone looked like he had a chance at it, and Lawrence readjusted and knocked it out of his hands.
Good coverage by Des Lawrence. It looked like you said he had it, but it's that cross hand that he uses to knock the ball out of his hand. That's a tough play for any quarterback, because you can go over the top, you can go back shoulder to your receiver, but you practice it every single day. And like we talked about, they practice those 50-50 balls on a daily basis, and you see the product of that.
Lambert looks left, comes back right, throws underneath, and it's batted away. There's Schottmer one more time. What a game he's playing. That pass intended for Severin, and Schottmer got right in the line of fire.
What Schottmer's doing is he's staying in the middle of the field and just reading the quarterback. He keeps his eyes on the quarterback. Once he sees him come off his first read, he goes to the small side of the field. Man, he has been so close to 2 pick sixes. He had one against Notre Dame. You know he's itching for another one today.
A lot of the fans say he looks like Clay Matthews with that long hair. He's playing like him today. Lambert again over the middle, incomplete. Oh, they had Kevin Parks behind the linebackers, and he could have walked in untouched.
I love the play design. Try to isolate Kevin Parks on a linebacker, but again, it's the pressure by Tim Scott on the safety blitz that makes Grayson Lambert rush his throw, and he causes the inaccuracy. But great play design by Steve Fairchild with the isolation for Kevin Parks. He didn't execute.
And the 31-yard field goal by Fry is good. Wow, what a first half.
Just like we thought, fantastic play by both offenses. Defense is stepping up when they need to. We got to have a fun second half. Let's go to Rachel.
Coach, so many momentum-grabbing moments in the first half. Was it Lambert's play, your 4th down stop, the interception? What was the biggest for your team?
Well, it's a combination of a lot of things. There are 3 big plays, a 50-something-yard run, 2 long passes. You know, we were playing on a short field for a little bit, and our defense made some great stops down there. We drove the ball, got a field goal, going back and forth. So we just got to settle down, get the plan back in the groove, and just keep playing football.
How do you defend this quick strike offense in the second half? What adjustments do you make?
Well, we'll see. We'll go in. We'll see if we have to make more coverages that will protect the edges and go vertical. So, you know, it's a good offense. You know, they've been doing this in a lot of teams. We just got to wire down on our assignments.
Good luck, Coach. All right, let's send it back to the studio with Tom and Tommy.
Welcome back, everybody. Riley Skinner, and I'm Tim Brandt. Glad to have you along. When you look at that first half, 45 total points, 552 total yards. As a fan, that had everything you could want.
And as us up here in the booth calling, it was fun to watch. I mean, it's been just a back and forth, punch after punch. Marquise Williams is playing fantastic. He's taking a beating throwing the football, but Grayson Lambert has done a really good job coming back after 3 weeks of injury, and it's been play after playmaker after playmaker, and we're going to have a fun second half here.
Let's go down on the field. Rachel Barbeau, she's with head coach Larry Fedora.
Coach, quite a shootout in the first half there, and your quarterback took a number of licks. How's he doing?
He's doing fine. He'll be fine. He's a tough kid, you know, so we got to do a better job in protecting. They're adding another guy, so we got to get the ball out of his hands a little quicker.
Real quick strike offense, and your defense came up with some big plays in the first half as well. What do you dial up adjustment-wise in the second half to close this out?
Well, we got to run the football more effectively and be more consistent offensively and not be just counting on the big plays. Defensively, again, we still got to stop the run, and we did a good job of that in the second quarter. We got to continue with that.
Good luck, Coach. All right, let's send it back up to you guys.
All right, translation. Stop Kevin Parks. Hey, look at the numbers. And Lambert, 17 of 29, 221 yards and 2 touchdowns. And he's been the leader of this Cavalier offense here this afternoon on a gorgeous day at Scott Stadium. Great crowd, terrific game. Carolina will kick off to start the second half. Nick Weiler is on. He is the kicker. And Darius Jennings and Taquan Mizell are at the goal line. This will be Mizell. He's a speedster. Across the 20 to the 21-yard line, and that's where they will set up and have first down.
Grayson Lambert has not skipped a beat since he's been out for the last 3 weeks.
221 yards in the air. That's a career high for Lambert. And Parks with a big gainer to start the second half. Picks up 9. Marquise Otis is there to make the tackle. Otis is the bandit. He's a Swiss Army knife in this defense. Does a lot of different things. He's got to be very athletic in his approach to the game, and he is that. Second down and short for the Cavaliers. Here's Parks again, and he busts his way in for the first down. Ran right through Travis Hughes, a gain of 5. Hughes knows who got the best in this lick.
We said downhill running was one of the biggest benefits of this football team, that the offensive line started to create more and more holes. As a young offensive line, they've had to come together as a unit. They've been rotating 9 different guys at one point during a game. But you know what? It's easy to block when you have a guy like Kevin Parks that runs so fast and hard downhill.
Here's Jennings around the left side, cuts back to the middle of the field. He's inside the 30, down close to the 30-yard line. Darius Jennings picks up 17 yards before Scott Davis can stop him.
He's a speedster, but what I love most about this run is his patience. Once he hits the hole, he sits and lets his blocks set up the running lanes. Darius Jennings, what a career he's had here at Virginia over these years. He means so much to this football team, and he's one of the leaders, along with Kevin Parks, that really fuels this offense.
This is Lambert, who keeps it around the left side and almost gets loose. Still a big gainer before Des Lawrence can track him down from behind, but it's a pickup of 8.
We said Lambert had 7 speed, but he also what I like to call functional mobility. He's not a guy that's going to be a dual threat running the ball 15 times a game. But when he has the chance to move in the pocket, create some yards with his feet, he does so in a very effective way. I think functional mobility is one of the biggest assets that a pocket quarterback can have.
He's 6'5", moves in sections. His strides pick up about 3 yards each. Give it to the little guy up in the middle. This is Shepard. Shepard close to the 20-yard line. Akande made the tackle. Parks is still on the sidelines. Khalid Shepard is the setback. He's there back there with Lambert. Now he goes wide. Third down, Cavaliers. Lambert almost throws the interception. Does. It's picked off on the deflection by Des Lawrence. Lambert's first interception of the game, the first turnover by the Cavaliers.
There's been so many close calls, and finally North Carolina comes up with a big play in the red zone.
First down, Carolina. This is Williams, and Williams with a big gainer, still on his feet, out near the 25-yard line. Max Vallis finally made the tackle, but not before Williams picked up 14 tough yards.
What kind of competitor
with Marquise Williams. We've seen him taken off the field twice after massive hits, and still he bounces back and has runs like that.
Hadn't missed a play yet. This ball incomplete. It was intended for Bug Howard. He couldn't hang on. Boy, what a day in the shadow of the Blue Ridge Mountains. Albemarle County and the transition between green and yellow and orange. Ball's on the ground and almost lost. Eli Harold got there. Marquise Williams got back on the football. But the ground was shaking as Eli Harold was coming his way.
It's uncharacteristic. There's nothing to say other than Marquise Williams just dropped the football. It's the second time he's done that. This time, back in his own 15. They put themselves in a hole here.
A loss of 7. 3rd down and 17. Set up the screen. Nothing doing. Romar Morris never had a chance, and Williams is slow getting up again.
Well, Max Bales, my goodness, he came in absolutely leveled Marquise Williams as he lets his football go. Good job setting up the screen.
Vallis nailed him.
They are letting their presence know, this Virginia defense, to Marquise Williams.
Tommy Hibbert will punt it away. And Khalid Shepard standing at his own 40. This is a high knuckleball. Shepard takes it on the run and takes it into Tar Heel territory. Now, the scrum still moves forward. A lot of times they'll hold a guy up and try to rake the ball out, but it's a 35-yard punt taken on the run and a return of 8 yards. Bring on Grayson Lambert, who's caught a pass. He's thrown a ton, and he's been sharp. 1st down and 10. Lambert throws the little swing pass. This is Mizell. Gets a block. Cuts to the outside. Inside the 35-yard line. They call him Smoke, and he picks up 14.
Well, they designed these screens so well. You see them look to the left because they run the dual screen. You see a tunnel screen on the other side, and then they get the big boys out in front of Taekwon Mizell and does a great job making room for him.
Severin and Johnson come to the bottom of the screen for the Cavaliers. And dropped by Mizell. That ball was right in his hands.
Once again, that's what they like to do with Taekwon Mizell. The thing that gets me, Tim, is not really fooling anybody, and it hasn't been, because he's only getting 3 to 4 yards a catch, so the yards after the catch really aren't there. I'd like to see him split out and get more vertical with his routes. Talking to Mike Lennon, he said he's plenty good pass catcher to get out of the receiver position. They want to find that role that fits Taekwon Mizell the best. They're just struggling to find it right now.
Well, Mizell knows he should have had that one, and it goes through his hands, so he comes out and Shepard goes in. Carolina shows stunt. Shepard trips over his own feet trying to make a cut and only picks up 2. Our 1st and 10 is brought to you by YP.com, the even more powerful Yellow Pages. One app, one site. YP can do that. So this will be 3rd down and long to get to YP.
Give North Carolina credit. Virginia's been knocking on the door inside the red zone. They've had a bend but don't break mentality. Got away with an interception, settled for a field goal last time. See if they can do it again on 3rd down.
3rd down and long for Lambert. Backside pressure, throws over the middle. Did he hang on? No, incomplete. Severin seemed to have it, couldn't hold on. Green was there in the coverage.
Severance, once again, we've seen this route time after time today. North Carolina starting to recognize it. Dominique Green playing his foot in the ground, providing pressure and disrupting that pass catch. That was a huge play by number 26, Dominique Green.
That ball's got to be caught. Here's Fry. This is a 37-yarder.
That looked like offsides on North Carolina.
It's good, and there is a flag. Let's wait to see what it is. It's not enough for the first down, so they'll decline it and take the points. The field goal is good. The lead is extended. 27-21 Cavaliers. We'll be back after this word from the local ACC stations. Cavaliers of Virginia have extended their lead. Ian Fry with another field goal of 37 yards this time. 27-21 Wahoos. If you look at Grayson Lambert, who's played a spectacular game today at quarterback. And the Cavaliers have dominated the time of possession, which today can be their best defense because you're keeping Marquise Williams on the bench. The more clock you eat up offensively.
We've seen good quarterback play by both Grayson Lambert and Marquise Williams. This is going to be a fourth quarter game. No doubt about it, Tim.
Sims drills this one deep and through the end zone for a touchback. You see the plays. Cavaliers have run off 19 plays to only 4 for North Carolina. Here's play action. A little bit of a waggle. Looking deep down the seam. Almost intercepted. Quinn Blanding had it in his hands. Probably should have intercepted it. It was intended for Matt Hollins.
That was a very ill-advised throw. You could see that coming the entire way. He didn't have one-on-one for Matt Hollins. You had safety help over the top, and at that point, if Quinn Blanding is in your area, you throw away from Quinn Blanding, not at him. He got away with one there.
Need to send him back to Willie Mays School. Say hey kid would have had it. Coley makes the tackle there. And that'll bring the third quarter to an end. Homecomings celebration in Charlottesville. 27-21 Cavaliers. Well, Rachel Barbeau reported that Miles Gooch was injured, and there he is, 17 on those crutches. The rest of the stadium is jumping. Third down and almost 10. Pressure. Throws deep, has a man, and it's complete. It's Switzer. First down, Carolina.
We've been waiting all day for him to show up in the passing game, and he couldn't have shown up at a better time. Again, look at the pass off by the offensive line of North Carolina. Fantastic job of picking that blitz up.
Gain of 27. Quarterback draw. Down to the 5. Mike Moore made the tackle. Tar Heels have been sensational in the red zone. Look at this. 16 possessions, 14 touchdowns.
That's phenomenal.
Second down and 5. They can get a first down without scoring. Williams sacked by Harold. 2 Carolina hats on the ground. You got to check to see if there's a head in them.
You can't say enough about number 7. He hit him with the outside swim move earlier on. This time he fakes outside and rips underneath. And he has just been all over Marquise Williams today.
Williams wanted a flag, but he's not going to get one because he's the one that ducked into it.
And he's got to come out of the field because he lost his helmet and put in Mitch Trubisky, number 10 at quarterback.
Trubisky, a blue chipper. He's been in several games this year. Third down and 15. Plenty of time. Throws over the middle. Touchdown, Carolina. T.J. Thorpe all alone.
You talk about stepping up when your number's called. Haven't thrown a warm-up pass, been sitting on the sideline watching your game. Quarterback's helmet come off, 3rd and 10 in the red zone in the 4th quarter, and you deliver a touchdown. Wow. What a way to step up by the freshman, number 10.
And the kick gives Carolina the 1-point lead. catch. Trubisky set up by the interception. No screen, Carolina. Trubisky comes in, strike, 16 yards. We'll be back after this word from your ACC stations. That is the first trip for Carolina inside the red zone. Williams goes out. Trubisky comes in and throws a strike, 16 yards to TJ Thorpe. It's a one-point game.
You know, number 12, love to see that. All the hard work he did getting them down there and then putting it in for 6 with his backup.
Onside kick. Carolina's got it. Did it go 10? Yes, sir. Mac Hollins. Special teams has been a factor in this game all day long. Officials are conferring.
What a gutsy call by UNC. And couldn't have had a better onside kick executed.
He may have touched it before it went 10. I'm not sure. Here's another look. They're not going to review it. It's Carolina ball. 1st and 10, Tar Heels. Yagel, then Logan spins off one and bumps into the next one as Anthony Harris makes the stop after a gain of 2.
This is where you want to see Virginia. Number 2 rushing defense in the ACC because of their front 7. This is where they need to shine and give the ball back to their offense.
Second down and 8. They won't be as in much of a hurry now. Play clock down to 8. Here's the flanker screen. Plenty of room in the middle. And it's a first down, Tar Heels. Quinshawn Davis down inside the 40.
Good play call. They brought the house on that with about a 6-7 person blitz. Having a tunnel screen called to the outside is a perfect complement to that blitz.
First down, UNC. Time definitely a factor in the other direction now. Here's Williams on the quarterback keeper. He's not going to get enough for the first. Met by Harris and Blanding after a gain of 4. Timeout on the field taken by the Cavaliers, their first timeout. Carolina coming off that 48-43 win over Georgia Tech. Before that, they had lost to Duke.
That is correct.
Second down and 6. Here's Williams with the keeper and blockers. Up near the first down and stretches ahead to move the chains. Marquise Williams with a big run of 8 yards in the first down.
Nice blocking on the left side with Jack Tabb, Caleb Peterson, John Ferranto just leading the way, cut blocking, and then it's just Marquise Williams' size and strength getting those extra yards, willing himself to a first down.
After the interception and then the touchdown, and Trubisky came in and threw that touchdown pass to Thorpe. It's a 1-point lead for the Tar Heels, and they're threatening again at the 30. First down, looking for the corner. Can't get out there. To move it back to the 35, a loss of 5. Max Vallis closed the door on him.
Tim, that's the last thing you want to do if you're North Carolina is run east and west and lose yardage. You're in field goal range. You can make it a 2-possession game if you keep it in field goal range. They need to start running north and south. There's the last timeout used by Virginia. If I'm Larry Fedora, I don't try to put the ball in the air. I try to run behind my offensive line. whether that's Marquise Williams on a quarterback keep, or take TJ Logan, tell him to put his shoulder pads down and challenge the front 5 offensive linemen to get some surge and keep themselves in field goal position. You put it in a 2-possession football game or a 4-point game, it's a whole different ball game for Virginia.
If they get the field goal, Virginia would have to score the touchdown. Weiler's longest field goal is only 23 yards. Right now it's 2nd down and 16. Williams is thinking touchdown. Here's the give to Logan, who's got the corner. And a very nice play out there in space. And the tackle made by Hosky. Stays in bounds. Clock continues to move. 2:20, 2:19.
Very smart by TJ Logan. Good awareness. Don't stop the clock when you don't have to. Staying in bounds.
This is a huge 3rd down here. Romar Morris comes into the ball game for Carolina. This defense would be happy to keep him at 3 right now. Williams still thinking more. 3rd down and 7. Williams will keep it himself. Here comes the defense. Flags come in. He's going to be close to the 1st. I think he's still short, but there is a flag down. Blanding got there first, and then a whole host of Cavaliers came in to help.
On the end, number 13. That penalty, 4th down.
So Max Hollins is called for holding. See 13 there with his hand and then the pull down. So it's a good call.
Pretty easy call for the judge. Looking at that, when you see the jersey pulled, it makes it easy.
Instead, here comes Nick Weiler.
See if Weiler can redeem himself.
This is a 38-yard field goal attempt. 1-point game. 1:17 remaining. And a whistle stops play. There's a flag back inside the 5. Illegal substitution against Virginia. 12 men in the formation. Unbelievable.
Wow.
Mike London can't believe it. 12 men, 1st down, new life, 1:17 left for Carolina.
Wow. Even after a timeout, you make that sort of mental mistake to end such a hard-fought football game.
Carolina smoked Virginia last year, 45-14. Marquise Williams threw a touchdown, ran a touchdown, caught a touchdown. Now they'll take a knee, and the clock will continue to move, and there's no way to stop it for the Cavaliers. The fans here stunned. Carolina now will go down and play Miami. And North Carolina, with its 2nd win in a row here, puts itself back in contention in the Coastal Division. This is a great win for Larry Fedora and North Carolina after a very tough week in Chapel Hill. The final 25 seconds, and there's no way to stop it, and that'll be the ball game.
All offense the 1st half, all defense and takeaways in the 2nd half. What a game.
So Carolina will go to 4-4, 2-2 in the Coastal Division. Virginia falls to 4-4 and 2-2 in the Coastal Division. It'll be some kind of ride through the last month of this season. Once again, the final score, Carolina 28, Virginia 27. You've been watching ACC football. So long, everybody, from Charlottesville, Virginia.